students, welcome back to class. Today we're going to be listening to a new presentation by Isaac Butterfield. Now, on one of his videos a long time ago, he had a sign that said, "I am vegan." So I'm super excited to hear this presentation, to see what he's been up to lately, and let's make sure that he follows the criteria for our class. Now, today's class, here's the criteria for the oral presentation. Hospitals and schools. Did the student talk about how all schools and hospitals should have vegan-only policies so that everyone can eat them and so no murder enters these buildings? Let's check. Next criteria. Did the student show any vegan cruelty-free products like Beyond Burgers, soy milk, vegan cheese, or vegan pet foods during the presentation? Let's see. Let's see if Isaac's going to talk about the egg industry. Did the student talk about how cute, innocent baby boy chicks are murdered by being put in giant blenders at birth just because they are considered to be useless in the industry? I hope he talks about that. That's really important. Shouldn't be eating eggs. Here's another one. Did the student call out the horrible people who torture mother pigs by shoving them into cages so tight that they can't even turn around? I hope he talks about that too. And also another criteria that Isaac has, refrain from showing any dead animal products or their secretions during the presentation. Now the last thing, oh no, I have two more cards here. Okay. So did the student at least try to do an oral presentation? Well, it seems like it. He has the word vegan already in the title, so we're going to give him his first check mark. Here we go. Isaac Butterfield, good and bad. So Isaac, you get a check mark for that. And here's another one. Did the student respect the time limit and not go over 10 minutes and 18 seconds so we wouldn't be bored out of our minds? Well, your presentation, Isaac. His presentation is 10 minutes. Yes, that's great. So let's put another check mark. Isaac. He should be vegan. Isaac. I hope he's still vegan. Isaac. Yeah. Let's have a look here. 2 check marks for Isaac. Yeah. All right. Oh, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Right over here on the side is a button that says subscribed. Just press it and press the bell. We're going to be reviewing all kinds of people, vegans and non-vegans, vegan athletes, vegan doctors, vegan nurses. We're going to be talking about vegan vets, and we're going to be interviewing vets who are not vegan, you know, the ones that are fucked up in the head who eat their own patients. Yeah. We're going to be talking about all kinds of different people. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about vitamins and minerals, how to stay healthy, different vegan recipes. We have an endless amount of material to cover in this class. Why? Because animals are friends, not food. And don't forget, cow's milk is for baby cows. Cheers. I'm drinking water in this cup. Sometimes I put soy milk in there, and sometimes I put oat milk, but never take anything from an animal. Animals should be left alone. Let's continue to listen to this presentation. Here we go.
G'day, you good motherfuckers.
What? Motherfuckers? Who fucks their mother? Is that what you guys do in Australia? Ooh, that has nothing to do with veganism. Do you also fuck your fathers? What? You guys are weird. I'm gonna have to talk to Tash about this later. Vegan booty. You know, she's my friend. I'm gonna ask her. Or if that's just you. I don't know, that's weird. Oh, it gives me the creeps. And we're not starting out too great. Oh, wait, unless this is some sort of a reference to the dairy industry, where we forcefully penetrate these poor animals. We force things into them. First of all, we masturbate the males. That's terrible. Then we take the sperm and we force it into the females. You know, both of these are sexual exploitation. Both of these are rape. Then when the babies are born, we take away their babies. And we murder the baby boys. We kill them and turn them into veal. And the females are strapped down and they're forced to give their milk against their will. When that milk is meant for their baby, that's who they want to give their milk to. The mother cows are sad. Yeah. That's what the dairy industry does. They fuck these mothers. They're motherfuckers. You're right. But I don't know who you're talking about. You're talking about your audience. Is that what they do? Anyways.
Butsman here, and as far as videos that have been requested this week for me to cover, there has been none more so than friend of the show and good old vegan pal, Vegan Booty also known as Tash
Yay!
Peterson. When it comes to annoying vegans, Tash Peterson takes the broccoli-infused
What are you talking about? No. Tash Peterson's amazing. You get an X for that. Tash Peterson is awesome. She's a great animal rights activist. She has a huge heart. She doesn't eat animals. She doesn't wear them. She doesn't exploit them. You should be praising her.
cake. She fucking takes it, runs with it, then gobbles it down.
What? She takes the cake? I know she eats vegan cake.
Now, Tash has been in the news for a long time. She's always doing something weird.
No. She's doing something amazing. Got the wrong adjective. I'll give you an X for that. Tash Peterson is always doing some amazing things. Sometimes she dresses up like a cow and she takes off her shirt and she puts all these patches on her, black and white patches, to look like a cow. And then she talks about the exploitation in the industry. That's right, because she wants to raise awareness. That is the science of social change. You need to disrupt society. And that's exactly what she's doing. And that's what I'm doing on this channel, right? See, we both got you to talk about veganism. So that's why. That's why it works. What she's doing is amazing.
Walking into the shops with the nipples out. She had to go to court over that. And, that's a whole nother story. But this week she did something.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with women being topless. What's the difference? If you do a zoom in of your nipple and my nipple, probably look the same. Maybe your boobs are even bigger than mine. I don't know. Maybe you're the one who shouldn't be topless.
Just fucking rude. She went around and basically ruined a lot of people's days, including a lot of young children who were having a wonderful time. But Tash had to walk up and just go, I'm fucking more important than any of you tiny children.
Oh, no. That's not what she says in her messages. She never thinks that she's more important. That's you that thinks you're more important. I'm going to put an X. Tash's message is always exactly very clear. She says that the animals are more important than her taste buds. See? You got that all mixed up. She doesn't think that the animals are more important. She thinks their lives and their will to live and that moral consistency are important. She doesn't want them to be exploited. She doesn't want them to be dragged around on leashes. She doesn't want them to be forced to run in races like, those greyhound dogs, things like that. She protests those. She protests the circus. She protests any place that has whales taken out of the ocean and put into swimming pools, essentially, for entertainment. That's what she protests. And she protests people like you because you are an animal abuser, unless you're telling me that you're still vegan. But it sounds a bit weird right now because you're criticizing Tash, and that's not what vegans do.
Honestly, Tash, I do not want to make videos about you.
Yet here you are doing it. Don't say that. Don't say you don't want to make videos about her. Say you do want to make videos about her and you want to help promote her message. Okay? Sorry, but you got an X because you should be saying that you want to help people like Tash Peterson and animal rights activists.
But if you continue to be in the news doing ridiculous things, then I'm gonna fucking talk about it.
What's the logic there? So the news is talking about her. So you don't have to talk about her, but I'm gonna fucking talk about it. Why? Why? Which part of you really wants to be vegan? Or do you think she's cute? What is it? What's going on? Or do you just want views? Yeah. You just want to draw attention to your channel because you like to hate on vegans because you get paid to do that. You get paid to promote animal abuse. That's weird. Give you an X for that. Speak nicely about her, please.
Bruz. Just quickly though, I wanted to thank all the good motherfuckers who came out to the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
Why do you keep calling them motherfuckers? What is the problem? What do you guys do at these conferences? You just go out and start fucking people's mothers? What do you do? Exchange them? What's going on? I don't get it. It's so weird.
Country. In the next couple of weeks, I'm off to Port Macquarie and Coffs Harbour, then Lismore and Byron Bay. So go and get your tickets. The link is down.
Are you going to be talking about animal rights at these places? I hope you do. I hope that you make sure that your audience is drinking vegan beer. Check. You can go to an app. It's called Barnivore. Here, I'll write it down for you. Barnivore. Barnivore. Okay, type this in. Do this at your next concert. Type in Barnivore and see if the beer that you're all drinking there is vegan. And make sure that when you go to these places and do your routine, that you tell them you want vegan burgers only, okay? Vegan sausages, vegan burgers, vegan cheese, vegan mayo. When you're on your microphone there, that's what I want you to say, okay? Here, I have a mic. I'll help you. I'll show you how, okay? So when you're standing there in front of your whole audience, you say, thank you so much for coming. And everybody, today, I've made sure that on the menu that we only have vegan burgers and we only have vegan sausages and we have lots of vegan mayo. And from now on, at the concerts that I perform at, there will only be vegan foods. Thank you so much, everybody, for trying to be vegan with me. This is awesome. Okay? Yay! Won't that be great? All right, so now you know what to do. That is your call to action. There you go.
Down below. Now, back to Veggie Booty. Now, it is a stupid fucking name, that vegan booty bullshit. It's also a name that some other lady had that I'm pretty sure Tash just went, no, I'm going to take that name. And then she got a bit of backlash about it.
Wait, what? So she has a name and you say it's a stupid name. Well, that's just being rude for nothing. I'm going to put an X. And you're saying that two people can't have the same name? Like, so what are you going to do? Change your name from Isaac? Because I don't think you're the first Isaac in the world. I think it's okay for people to have different names and it's okay to people to have the same names. I mean, it just is that way, right? I'm going to have to give you an X. Don't be mean on purpose, Isaac.
About it, and now change it to V Booty. Whatever, who gives a shit? I'm going to name...
Well, why are you talking about it if you don't give a shit? Weird.
You fucking Veggie Dirtbox. That is your name from now on, Tash. Or should I say Veggie Dirtbox? If you don't want to...
Veg-O Dirtbox? Veg-O Dirt... Why are you calling her that? You mean Earth? There's nothing wrong with being called Earth. Organic vegetables grow in the earth. So if you're calling her a Veg-O, I don't know what the O part has to do with it. I can't give you a check mark. I don't know if that's a nice name or not.
Dirtbox is, it's an ass. Anyway.
Oh, it's an ass. You're calling her an ass? I have a feeling you're trying to be mean on purpose. Give you an X for that. No, that's not nice. You know, that's veganphobic. She is an animal rights activist. And when you do things like that to target her specifically, that's called vegan phobia. Yeah, it's not okay.
Now you know. The more you know. Can I get a Veggie Dirtbox in the comments? Thank you very much. Oh, and by the way...
Not okay. Don't encourage vegan-phobic behavior in your comment section. It's another X. It's not looking too good right now, Isaac. And by the way, I still haven't heard you talk about these other things. I haven't heard you yet talk about how schools and hospitals should be vegan only. Only vegan foods should enter those buildings because they're healthy for everyone. Even people with allergies to eggs and milk can also have these products, right? And since the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has specifically stated that you can be vegan, healthy, at all stages of development, tiny babies, toddlers, children, teenagers, parents, grandparents, all of these groups of people can be vegan, even lactating mothers and pregnant mothers. So the only diet that you should be promoting is a vegan diet. That's the only thing, because it's good for everyone. The animals, the planet, humans, it's a no-brainer.
Just to ruin your fucking day, ladies and gentlemen at home, she recently went on a live stream with that vegan teacher and they both became topless.
Right. Okay, here's something.
That was such a great day. Oh, Isaac, you get a check mark for talking about that. Thank you for promoting veganism. And look at the sign in the background. Eat chickpeas, not chickens. Be fair, be vegan. Good job, Isaac, promoting that. Thank you. I'm so glad that you showed my sign. Yeah, that's my kitchen. I'm in Montreal, and that's Tash. She's a great animal rights activist. And we decided to go topless because we think it's crazy that there's rules where you have to wear a shirt. If men are okay to not wear shirts, why can't women not wear shirts, right? I mean, like I said, I think, if you had no top on, I wonder what your chest looks like. Ew. Actually, I don't really want to think about it.
I love ya! Someone loves that. Oh, that's nice.
Very cute.
Okay. And then here's another one. Ha ha ha. Oh, and of course, this is weird.
I hope you're watching this whilst eating and just projectile spewed all over the wall.
You hope that your audience, who normally eats meat, just threw up all over the walls. I agree with you. You're going to get a check mark for that. I agree. People that eat meat, dairy, eggs, and dead animals, yes, they should projectile spew all over the walls, and then they should feel sick, and they should eat only healthy veggies, fruits, nuts, seeds, and grains from now on. Be vegan from now on.
Aha! Anyway, Veggie Dirtbox goes to the beach with her boyfriend. This bloke, the king of soy. This is steamed asparagus Jack. Steamed asparagus because it's real limp and all that shit. Anyway, not...
Thank you for showing Steve. That's great. And for promoting him. That's amazing. Good job. But you called him weak asparagus. Well, asparagus isn't weak. Asparagus is an amazing vegetable. It has plenty of vitamins in it and minerals. And it's vegan.
Not important. There at the beach they see something horrifying. Something that must be addressed. Something that they need to do something about right now or the vegan gods will smite them. They see some ponies being dressed as...
I think you're making fun of vegans, and that's not okay. Vegans have to do something because it's their moral responsibility to speak out when they see animals suffering. What's going on here? Oh no, exploiting ponies? Keeping them on leashes and forcing them to perform? That's terrible.
As unicorns being pecked by children. Horrifying stuff, I know, and this is a trigger warning to all of you who...
You know what happens in these places when they go to these amusement parks and children just completely bombard them and put their hands on them all over, their dirty hands. Sometimes children poke these animals in the eye by accident, and ponies just want to be left alone. Of course they want love, but they can get the love that they need from their own species. They don't need to be around humans.
Who have PTSD associated with small children petting you and ponies. All of you out there. It's gonna be alright.
Who asked you to respect the children?
Who's the owner of these innocent slaves?
She's not. No, it's okay.
Thank you. Good job, Tash Peterson, who calls them slaves because that's what they are. Bred into existence just to perform. Tied up. Just like the slaves were when they were human slaves, and there still are human slaves on the planet. Are you okay with that, Isaac? Are you okay with putting a rope around somebody's neck and forcing them to perform? I'm not talking about what you and your girlfriend do behind closed doors. That's consensual. You can do whatever you want. You guys want to dress up like unicorns? You want to put flowers all over your beard? I don't care what you do. But this is not okay. These animals don't want to be on the pavement like that. They don't want to be in the hot sun. They can never decide on their own if they want to lay down or have a nap. They are forced to do whatever these slave owners tell them to do. They tell them to walk, they're forced to walk. You know, you don't know. Maybe one of these ponies has a sore tooth, a toothache. How can they even say, look, I don't want to be here right now. I want to go and lie down. I feel bad, or a headache or a stomach ache. They can't talk. They can't communicate to you how they are feeling when you're not even paying attention to their body language. It's not okay to just give them food and then say, well, they're fine. People gave the slaves, human slaves, food as well. That doesn't make them happy. That doesn't mean that they're okay.
Ladies, please, it's the children are here, and I want you to respect
Yeah, I
the
just
children.
want to know who the slave owner is,
Okay,
because
thank
this is
you.
disgusting. This is animal abuse.
The slave owner.
That's right.
The fucking slave owner.
That's right. Slave owners are fucking slave owners. They shouldn't be. Good use of your words there. Excellent. Giving you a check mark for that. Fucking slave owners. It's wrong.
I have said this so many times, and in conversations I have with people. Listen, this is a little secret. I don't hate vegan people.
You don't hate vegan people? Then why are you constantly bashing them? Why are you speaking out against Tash Peterson right now? Why is this video not saying Tash Peterson's amazing? That's a lie. You're just saying that because you want some vegans to come to your concerts and to make some money. But true vegans will see past your message. That's not okay. That's being a hypocrite. It hurts vegans' feelings when you eat animals in front of them. It hurts their feelings when you promote the rape, the torture, the enslavement, and the murder of animals. It's just hard. It's hard for them to see that. And you might say that you don't hate them, but your behavior shows certainly a lack of respect.
Not at all. I know a lot of them. I'm friends with a lot of them. I understand.
No, you're not. You're not friends with vegans. Vegans wouldn't be friends with somebody like you. You are a hurtful person. You pay to hurt animals. You're probably one of these people who also goes to watch the greyhound dogs racing, right? Or let me guess, is that different because they're dogs? It's different if it's dogs and ponies? Is that right? What's the fucking difference?
Understand why they do what they do. And I feel like even Veggie Boot Dog, she sort of feels like she's doing the right thing all the time, and that's
She is doing the right thing.
wonderful.
It's wonderful that she's doing the right thing. You just made fun of her. Okay, I'm going to have to give you an X because your message is just not consistent. Why aren't you brave enough to be vegan? Look at this shirt. Why aren't you brave enough, Isaac? Why don't you just become vegan? You were born vegan. When you came out of your mother, you were vegan. Maybe you drank her breast milk. That's vegan because it belongs to you. It's not your fault that she started feeding you dead animals. But you never wanted to hurt animals, I'm going to assume. Unless you're a psychopath. But most people aren't. So you need to return to your roots. Okay, you've got to be more you have to have some more self-control. I mean, it takes a certain amount of bravery because you're going to have to stand out and tell your audience that you're vegan. I know. But don't be a coward. You can do it. And it also takes some guts and it takes self-control. Don't you have self-control? When you open the fridge, don't you have control about what you're going to eat? Eat some nuts and some dates when you're hungry. Just get a big chunk of all the different types of nuts. Buy every single nut that you find in the store and seeds. And just put it in a giant bag. You know, raisins and dates and cashews and walnuts and hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, almonds, everything. All put it all in there and just have a spoon in the bag. And then when you're hungry, instead of running to pay somebody to murder an animal for you, you just take your spoon and you just take a big giant chunk of it. It's very calorie dense and very nutritious. And then drink some water. That's the drink of choice. And that's easy. Just bring a water bottle with you. And then once your tummy gets full, Isaac, then you'll think to yourself, okay, I got over my craving for food. I feel good. And now I'm going to go and eat something healthy. Or something else that's vegan. Vegan pizza, vegan lasagna. Wherever you are, there are always vegan options. You just have to look for them and make sure you ask the server for these options.
But what they do, and this is the hardcore vegans we're talking about here, they ruin it for all the other ones. A lot of vegans are just doing it because they love animals, they don't want to hurt animals, etc., etc., or maybe they feel
No, they don't ruin it. That's an X for you. That's not okay.
better on a vegan diet. And if you do, cool, whatever. But that is ruined, and your reputation is ruined. Like
What?
people are
No! I can't find my other notebook. No, nobody's reputation is ruined. The only person whose reputation is ruined is yours because you are making yourself, well, you're revealing yourself to be an animal abuser because you're not defending her.
like Tash and Asparagus Jack. You are ruining it for everybody else because you carry on like a bunch of fucking idiots walking up and claiming that ponies are slaves when they go into a kid's party. What are you fucking talking about? You ruin it for everybody else, and you are the reason.
They are slaves. Uh-oh, another X. You're not getting it, Isaac. It's not looking good.
That so many people hate vegan people, can't stand vegan people, and vegan people annoy them.
Vegan people are wonderful, and lots of people love vegan people, especially many people from the Jewish community who understand that the Holocaust that went on never ended for the animals, and they speak out, like I do. Why love one but eat the other? Why love one but eat the other? Why love one but eat the other? What's the difference, Isaac? You know, they eat cats and dogs in different parts of the world. Doesn't make it right. Be brave. Be brave. Be strong. Be vegan.
They associate their lives with what you do. But please don't stop, because this is why I make vegan merch and vegan video.
You just said that you don't like making videos about her, and now you're saying please don't stop. So that's inconsistent. You're getting an X for that.
People fucking love it. So, yeah, continue. And thank you.
You know how disgusting your arse hanging out of your shorts. I'm sorry.
Oh, are you jealous, mate?
So Old Love, off camera, has said, Vigo boot dogs, vegan dirt box, you put those dirty ass cheeks away. She's making fun of your ass cheeks, alright?
Her bum has nothing to do with anything. I mean, have you never seen people on a beach? They wear a bathing suit, underwear, bikini bottom, all the same, shorts, short shorts. What do you care? Why are you drawing attention to that part of the video? Here's somebody exploiting animals, and you're going to talk about the way that somebody looks. That's what you guys do. Because you know you're losing.
Alright, and if you're wearing fucking shorts with your ass cheeks hanging out, you need to be aware that people are going to make fun of you.
Why? Why would you make fun of somebody because of the way that they look? What's wrong with wearing shorts? Exactly how many more millimeters of material are needed? This much? In your view, Isaac, this much? How much more material needs to be on the back of those shorts? How that much? That much? You just say when, okay? Tell me. Here? How much more material do you want Tash Peterson to add to the back of her shorts so that you are able to pay attention to her message, which is that we shouldn't exploit animals? This much? This much? How about this much? Yeah.
But what Vego Dirtbox claims through all of this is that this is actually body shaming, and when men do it, it's misogyny and all this shit. Vego.
It's just taking away from the issue. Talk about the animals. That's why she's there.
Mrs. Dirtbox. Can I call you Mrs. Dirtbox? What I challenge...
Being mean on purpose. Vegan phobia. Attacking the activist instead of listening to the message.
...you to do. Alright? And I'm not going to body shame you.
You just did. You just told her that her shorts are too short. You're literally drawing attention to it instead of editing out that clip. Here's what your video could have looked like. Tash Peterson has gone to talk about animal abuse. Good for her. I'm proud to live on the same continent as her. That's what you could have done. That would have been vegan fantastic. Even if you're not vegan yourself, that's a display of vegan fantastic behavior. It's the opposite of vegan phobic behavior. What you're doing is vegan phobia. Vegan phobic behavior is not okay.
I'm going to say this right now. I challenge you to a butt cheek off. I know that I have better butt.
Do you think that talking about your bum is going to help the animals? No, it's not. Nobody cares about your speech comparing your bum to hers. You are missing the entire point. And so you're going to get several X's for that. As I said, I'm still looking in the presentation that you're going to be talking about these things. I haven't yet had you haven't yet shown any cruelty-free products like soy milk, vegan cheese, or vegan pet food brands. You haven't talked about the egg industry, but you've talked about Tash Peterson's bum quite a lot. Did you talk about the meat industry and how it's terrible? Not yet. I hope you do, because I know that you used your valuable time to talk about Tash Peterson's bum. Stop it.
Say nothing, ladies, say nothing.
Like, look at you objectifying them, turning them.
They don't want to be tied up. They don't want to be in the hot sun. They don't want to be on the pavement. They don't want to be forced to do tricks. They want to be alone. They want to be left alone away from humans. They just want to live their lives with their own species.
You be happy. That pony has its head in a bucket of food. Who out there would not be happy? Please continue.
So you're saying that the slaves, when there are slaves, with ropes around and chains around their necks and chains around their feet, and they were forced to build the railroads in the south of the United States, you're saying that that's fine as long as they have a bucket of food to stick their head into. Does that seem normal to you? What is the difference? Name the trait that is different between a human and an animal. They both have 2 eyes. They both have 2 ears. They both have one heart that wants to be left alone. They want to live with their families. They both have a desire for freedom, to not be in chains. They both have a desire to, when they don't feel good, to be able to lie down and not be forced to be paraded around. If they have a toothache, a stomach ache, or they miss their family, they should be allowed to take a break. Shame on you. In your next video, make sure you talk about what the difference is. Is it intellect? Is that it? You think that they're not smart enough? So I guess you think that we should just kill everyone who has a low IQ, right? Is that what you're saying? What is it? Name the trait that animals have that makes you think that we should enslave them. The trait. The one trait that's different.
With themselves if they had their head in a bucket of food. Have you ever been to KFC and got one of those big buckets?
Oh, you just broke one of the main rules to not mention any animal products. KFC, chicken. Chickens are extremely exploited in the industry. They are murdered at 6 or 7 weeks old. They are so genetically modified that they can barely stand up. They're in tight, confined cages, unhappy from the moment they're born till the moment they die. They never see the sunshine. They never open their wings. A normal behavior for a chicken is to go outside and go around the earth and to peck at the earth and to feel the sun and then to open their wings and spread them around in the earth. That is a normal behavior. Dirt bathing. It brings them joy. It's a normal thing that they love to do. But you promoting so much death and talking about chicken as if it's an okay thing to eat, it shows how despicable you are. I'm so disappointed in your presentation. What is the difference, Isaac? What is the difference? Why do you eat these, but you don't eat these? They're both soft. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 brain, 1 heart. Innocent, never hurt anyone. I think we've seen enough for today of this presentation. It's deeply disappointing. I don't think there's any way possible that Isaac is going to come out of this, unfortunately. So, we're going to have to write that he failed this assignment, unfortunately. To anybody who is watching, don't forget that you should subscribe to this channel. Press the button. We're going to be looking at many different things, and you're going to learn about veganism. I know many of you are not vegan yet. It takes 100 clicks until you become vegan. It has to penetrate into your head, in your brain, and into your heart. And over time, if you're a kind human being, you'll get there. You can Google vegan recipes, and we're going to be going over them a lot. Remember to always think before you eat. Think about what you're eating. These are innocent animals who don't want to die. And don't ever buy wool or fur. Never buy things from Canada Goose, for example. This coyote will die a slow, painful death or will be smashed in the head and murdered. And all she wants to do is get back to her babies who are crying for their mother's milk. Isaac, I hope you are able to grow a heart pretty soon, and I hope you become vegan from now on. There will be some videos appearing on the screen. If you haven't yet seen them, go ahead and tap on them. Be curious. Be curious about my website here, about YouTube, and it's about my YouTube site. Have a look around. Learn a couple of things. Comment if you can, something nice. If you have a question, that's totally fine. But don't be cruel. And the moderators, I want to thank you all so much for helping out. You are my amazing teaching assistants, and you're helping to raise awareness and to spread the message. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Do, 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 do.